Chapter 1. Crop Production and Management. Let's begin. All organisms need food for their survival. Food is an essential requirement for carrying out various life processes. Human beings obtain their food from various plant and animal sources. Plants can prepare their own food through photosynthesis, but animals cannot. Due to this reason, plants are called autotrophs and animals are called heterotrophs. Agricultural practices. Around 10,000 BC, man discovered that seeds can be sown to grow plants. This was the beginning of agriculture, which changed man's way of life, changing his life to being settled from nomadic and wandering from place to place in search of food and shelter. Classification of crop. Crop production varies from season to season and from region to region. The climatic conditions such as temperature, humidity and rainfall affect the growth of the crop. In India, crops are grown on the basis of season. According to this classification, there are mainly three categories of crops, namely Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. Different kinds of crops. Crop. Sowing season. Harvesting season. Examples: Kharif, rainy season, June, July, October, November. March, paddy, cotton, pulses, groundnut, etc. Rabi, winter season, October, November. March, April. Wheat, gram, mustard, linseed, etc. Zaid, summer season, March, April, July, August. Sunflower, watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, etc. Various agricultural implements. Agricultural steps. Implements used. Preparation of soil. Plowing. Wooden or iron plows. Leveling. Wooden or iron levelers. Sowing. Plows, seed drills, hand sowing. Manure and fertilizer. Manually or with drills. Irrigation. Tube wells, canals, sprinklers, wells, etc. Weeding. Khurpa, trowel, harrow. Crop protection. Aerial spray, manual spray. Harvesting. Sickle, harvesting machine. Threshing and winnowing. Animals, threshers. Storage of grains. Silos, gunny bags, containers made of clay, metal or wood. Preparation of soil. This is the first step, which refers to the processing of soil before sowing the seeds. Soil preparation involves two steps. Plowing. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called plowing or tilling. This is done by a wooden or an iron plow. Plow is used for digging and turning over soil, especially before seeds are planted. It makes the soil soft for easy penetration of roots of the growing plants. Plowing is done on a dry land, followed by leveling, that is, further breakdown of crumbs into smaller pieces using wooden or iron plank. Advantages of plowing. Plowing aerates the soil for better penetration of roots. It helps in maintaining the fertility of soil by enhancing the microbial growth. It helps in thorough mixing of organic matter, humus and nutrients with the soil. Implements used in plowing. The main tools for plowing are plow, cultivator and hoe. Plow consists of a triangular iron blade called plowshare, which is attached to a long wood shaft known as plow shaft. Cultivator is a tool having multiple metal blades driven by a tractor. The use of a cultivator saves both labor and time. Hoe is a simple tool used for tilling and removing the weeds. It consists of a long handle and blade. Leveling. The leveling of the field is done with the leveler. The field is leveled for sowing and irrigation purposes. Advantages of leveling. Leveling helps in the equal distribution of water. It helps in reducing the soil erosion by compressing the loosened topsoil. It ensures the uniform growth of crop plants. Sowing. After the preparation of the soil, seeds are sown. Sowing is a process of putting seeds in the soil for germination of crop plant. The seeds should be of high-yielding variety, HYV, and disease-resistant. The seeds should be sown at the right depth. If sown deep, then the seeds will not get sufficient oxygen for respiration and shoots will find difficulty in coming out of the greater depth. Seeds should not be scattered on the surface as they may get eaten up by birds. The soil should have sufficient moisture content. Seeds should be sown at proper distance. If spacing is little, seedlings may not grow properly, or if spacing is too much, the production becomes low. Methods of sowing. Sowing is the process of planting seeds. An area where seeds are planted is called land being sowed. There are various ways in which sowing can be carried out. These are: sowing seeds manually, sowing seeds with the help of seed drill mechanically, sowing of seeds by transplantation method. Sowing seeds manually. Sowing seeds by hand is called broadcasting. The seeds are scattered by farmers by hand. It has following disadvantages. It results in the unequal distribution of seed. The seeds may not get their right depth for germination and therefore can be easily eaten up by birds. Maj, wheat and bajra are sown by this method. Sowing seeds mechanically. Seed drill is used for sowing on a large field with tractors. It is more economical and all types of seeds, except very lightweight, can be sown by this method. It also prevents wastage of seeds due to unequal distribution. There should be appropriate distance between the seeds as it prevents overcrowding of plants. It ensures sufficient sunlight, enough nutrients and water for growing plants. Sowing seeds by transplantation. Certain seeds are not sown directly in the field. Seeds are first sown in the nurseries and after germination, seedlings are directly taken to the field. This is known as transplantation. The plants which are grown by transplantation method are rice, chilies, brinjal, tomato and onion, manure and fertilizer. The organic substance which is obtained from the decomposition of dead plants and animal waste is called manure. Plant and animal waste are dumped in a pit and allowed to decompose by microbes. Water is sprayed over the pit to keep it moist. After about 3 months, a dark brown manure, also called humus, is obtained, which is rich in organic matter. The decomposition is caused by some microorganisms like bacteria. Advantages of manure. It increases the crop production. It aerates the soil by making it porous, so that easy exchange of gases takes place. It also improves the soil texture. It increases the water holding capacity of the soil. It enriches the soil with organic matter. Disadvantages of manure. The slurry of animal dung and water which after decomposition forms manure can cause environmental pollution because it releases harmful gases like CO2, CH4 and H2S. Fertilizer. The man-made chemicals prepared in factories which are added to the soil to provide specific nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, NPK, are called fertilizer. Advantages of fertilizer. They increase the crop production many times. They are easy to use, store and transport. They are readily available in every season. They are immediate source of nutrient supply to the soil and used in the concentrated form. Disadvantages of fertilizer. Too much use of fertilizers causes leaching of nitrates and phosphates into the river, causing eutrophication. Its regular use may damage the soil by suppressing the activities of nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Fertilizers should be used as per need of the crop or soil, otherwise, it may change the soil chemistry. Some common fertilizers. Commercial names. Mineral nutrients. Urea, nitrogen, superphosphate of lime, phosphate and calcium, diammonium phosphate, DAP, nitrogen and phosphorus. Fertilizer: nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, NPK. Calcium ammonium nitrate. Calcium and nitrogen. Difference between manure and fertilizer. Manure. Fertilizer: natural substance obtained from the decomposition of animal and plant waste. It is man-made and is inorganic in nature. It restores the water retention capacity of soil. It does not help in improving the water retention of the soil. It is bulky and cannot be transported easily. It is easily available in bags. It is not always available as it is a time-consuming decomposition process. It is always available and can be produced rapidly in the industries. It provides humus to the soil. It does not provide humus to the soil. Manure is not rich in certain plant nutrients. Fertilizer is very rich in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, etc. Use of manure improves the soil texture as well as its water retaining capacity. It replenishes the soil with all the nutrients. Disadvantages of fertilizer: water is required for the growth of the plants. The process of watering the crop in a field is called irrigation. Crop plants require different amounts of water at different stages. Either excess or scarcity of water can harm the useful crops. Excessive supply of water leads to the condition called waterlogging. If waterlogging continues, then it reduces the supply of air to the roots and prevents the growth of crop. It can also increase the salt content of the soil and may permanently damage the crop. It may also drastically reduces the soil fertility. Sources of water. Water can be obtained from various sources like wells, tube wells, rivers, ponds, canals, lakes, etc. for irrigation purposes. In India, about 18% of agricultural land is fully irrigated, 24% partially irrigated, and the remaining 58% depends upon the monsoon, and our farmers mostly depend upon it. Traditional methods of irrigation. Some of the traditional methods of lifting water from wells, lakes, rivers, canals, etc. are as follows: moat, pulley system; rahat, lever system; chain pump; dhekli. These methods involve the use of human or cattle for lifting water. Modern irrigation methods. This modern method of irrigation makes economical use of water. Two such methods are sprinkler system and drip irrigation. Sprinkler system. It consists of small pipes having nozzles rotating on the top, which are joined to the main pipe at the regular intervals. Water with pressure moves out through nozzles covering large area. Drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is also called trickle irrigation. It provides water drop by drop and is useful where availability of water is scarce. Weeding. The unwanted plants called weeds grow along with the main crop, which have to be removed to get the better crop yield. They compete for all the nutrients needed by a main crop plant and hamper the growth of the crop plant. Thus, the weeds must be destroyed. This process of removing weeds without harming the crop is called weeding. Methods involved in removing weeds. Manual weeding. The weeds are uprooted with hands. Mechanical weeding. It involves the use of tools like harrows, spades or trowels, khurpa. Chemical weeding. It involves the spraying of chemicals called weedicides like 2,4-D, 2,4-dichlorophenoxycetic acid, and MCPA, 2-methyl-4-chloro-1-phenoxycetic acid. The weedicides are diluted with water before being sprayed. Spraying of weedicides may affect the health of farmers. Weedicides should be sprayed during the vegetative phase, that is, before flowering and seed germination. Biological weeding. It involves the use of insects and other organisms that destroy the wheat plants without affecting the main crop. Crop protection. Plants need protection from various organisms which can damage them and make crop unfit for human consumption. Such organisms are called pests. Rodents, birds, insects, etc. are some examples of pests. Crops can be attacked by bacteria, virus and fungi which ultimately reduce the crop production. Different methods adopted by farmers for crop protection. Protection from stray animals. Crops can be protected from animals like cows, buffaloes by raising wire fence. Protection from birds. Man-like dummies, also called scarecrows, are erected in field to show the human presence in that area. Protection from pests. Pests are the organisms that damage the crop plants and hence lower their production. Harvesting. When the crop attains maturity, it has to be reaped. Harvesting refers to cutting and gathering of the mature crops. Threshing. The process of separating chaff from the grains is known as threshing. The harvested crop is spread on the ground and farm animals such as cattle are made to walk over it. Winnowing. After threshing, the chaff is removed from the grain with the help of air. This is called winnowing. Storage of grains. After winnowing, fresh crops have to be stored properly. Fresh crop has more moisture content and hence needs to be dried up prior to storage in order to stop the microbial growth. Silos and granaries. These are big cylindrical structures that are used for storing grains in bulk. It stores the different stock of food with outlets at different levels to withdraw the required amount of grains. Silos are maintained by government agencies like FCI, Food Corporation of India. Some stocks of grains are maintained to compensate for the shortage due to failure of monsoons in any particular area round the year. This is called buffer stock. Animal husbandry. The rearing and breeding of animals along with providing them food and shelter is called as animal husbandry. The prime objective of animal husbandry is to improve the breeds of domestic animals and to give them best nutrition and atmosphere so that the yield of meat, egg, milk, etc. can be raised.